Hey guys, Joe here from JPP Designs, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the halftone or create a halftone effect for your clothing designs on Adobe Photoshop. Now this is quite a simple tutorial, there's only really 4 main steps that you need to be doing, so let's just get straight into it. So guys, first things first, you want to get yourself an image. It can be of anyone, preferably a portrait that's got a clear subject in it and like just a clear background, no real noise. And then right click your image, and usually it would say convert to smart object, but I've already done it, so convert it to a smart object. Now a couple of things to do to make sure before we actually get into the tutorial is go to image mode and make sure you're on 8 bits/channel. I'll show you why. If I go into 16 bits, when you go into the filter gallery, it doesn't let you. It's grayed out. So yeah, just make sure you're on 8 bits channel. And secondly, you want your foreground and background colors to be black and white. If you want to do this simply, just click D. It's nice and easy. It just if not, some of the filters just don't work when you go onto them. But that's that. Let's get straight into it. So yeah, make sure this is a smart object first. Go on to filter gallery, and I've already got them here. Let's get rid of those. So first filter, you want to go into sketch, go to reticulation. It creates it, it makes it black and white, gives it a bit of texture as well. Density 0, foreground level 15, background level 20. They're the settings I'm using, but it depends on your image really. I've seen people use much higher figures, much lower ones, so yeah, it really just depends on how large your image is, how you want it to look. So yeah, just experiment yourself. Second filter, make sure you click this button here, is the halftone pattern. I'm going to go for size of 3 and a contrast of 25. As you can see, it creates like this, like a dots, like the halftone pattern. You can do dot, you can do circle, so it creates this sort of spiral pattern. And you can do line as well, which I think looks quite cool, but for the sake of the tutorial, we're just going to go with dot. And obviously, again, you can you can experiment with your settings. I've gone for 3 and 25 just because it works best with my image. You can go for whatever. If you want, you can do the line or the dot. It's completely up to you. I'm just showing you the basics of how to actually put the filter on. Now, third filter, not filter. Click this button again. You go to the texture folder and you go to grain. And then I'm going to go for 0 intensity and 50 contrast. You also want to make sure your grain type is clumped. There we go. Yet again, feel free to experiment with whatever settings you like. This is just a tutorial. So yeah, basically what this grain type does, if we zoom in, it creates more of like a gradient. So you can see it goes from like a dark grey into a white, into a black, instead of it all just being black and white. So yeah, it's quite a useful feature. Now, fourth and final feature is click this button again, go under sketch and click stamp. Now this is optional, you don't really have to do it. I'm going to for the sake of the tutorial. I'm going to go for light dark balance of 2 and a smoothness of 1. And there we go. That's the halftone pattern done. I'll quickly put it onto a design for you. And yeah, I'll show you how it looks.